Hey, two lie dudes. Two lie dudes.
Mm.
Two lie dudes. We got views. You can choose. Point of views. He got news. He can choose. Two lie dudes. We're back.
Hey, welcome in.
Hey, we got these masks on because we masked on, not masked off in 2020.
That's
We
right.
want to give a shout out to the creators of these masks for two live dudes.
Yeah, Miss Stephanie Preston Wright. She is
Yes,
selling these
sir.
masks on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, give her a look
Give her a
up.
shout out.
DM her about the mask you're looking for and the size.
Yes, sir.
And she does these incredible masks. They're adjustable on the side, make nice little size to it. They are quite comfortable.
Yes, sir.
Very breathable.
All right, we're gonna take these off because we're gonna wear them the whole time.
You need that. So make sure y'all get a good view of that.
Yes, sir.
All
right, so do your thing over there with the beginnings.
All right, so as we do every day, we're gonna start off with our melanin report, and today we're shining that black light on a gentleman named Bass Reeves. All right, for those of you who have never heard of Bass Reeves was born a slave in 1838 in a small city in Arkansas. The reason we're talking about Bass Reeves today is he was the very first deputy U.S. Marshal.
Okay.
All right.
Black man.
He was also a Texas Ranger who was famous for his relentless pursuit. He has arrested over 300 felons in his time.
Got all them checks from the most wanted.
Exactly. One of which was actually his son, which is crazy.
Wow.
He actually chased down his son. Didn't he look that up?
Skip again.
All right. He was also the inspiration behind the character of the Lone Ranger. From the horse, everything was actually raised on him. And the character Django was also inspired by his story from being a slave and becoming a bounty hunter, and then becoming a U.S. Deputy Marshal.
Go check him out. Go do your research. Do your Black History. Kids out there, do your history on this guy. Stop doing the same people. Martin Luther King, Frederick Douglass. Let's do it on Mr. Bass this next 21.
All right. So we're gonna get right into it today. Today we've reached out to people we mentioned plenty of times. If it's something you want to hear, you want to talk about, please let us know.
Q&A.
And we've gotten some questions from some viewers. So we're gonna take the time to actually answer them. Y'all send questions in. We're gonna give you answers. I can't even remember how many we wrote down, but got to go ahead and get going. All right. So the first question
y'all doing this too.
Came out. Why did we start this video cast?
Two lie dudes.
Right. So this was actually his brainchild. So I'm gonna let him tell you why he decided to do this.
Well, if you would go back to my earlier Instagram posts, you will see I've always been on some Black Lives Matter, relevancy, Black excellency, just Black awareness, Black responsibility, Black accountability. So I was only reaching out to so many people on Instagram as far as, 7 likes or 15 likes. People don't want to hear it or see it. And
they definitely don't want to read it.
They definitely don't want to read it. So I figured, hey, I put this on video and make a podcast with it and tell you how I'm feeling about how y'all acting out here in 2020 and just in general. There's a lot of things we need to fix in our community because everybody else is taking care of their community. So I want to make sure I'm part of that reconstruction of getting us back on the right track. If we queens and kings and we come from Queens and y'all want to be treated as kings, we gotta put the work in and act like we those type of people. So that's where two lie dudes come from.
Well, yeah, actually, was lucky enough to know this man from his entrepreneurs as a barber.
One of the best in the business, ATL. Rise up.
He keeps me looking good. I would definitely not complain. Actually, man, when I was living in Texas, I had to come back to Atlanta, come get a haircut, man, because I couldn't find a barber.
The line game is stupid, man. I mean, it's fresh.
But throughout his time, he was telling me about how he wanted to start it and do these things, and actually had a different co-host at one point in time.
Yeah, and
It didn't work out, and here I am, man.
You stepped up. You stepped up to the table.
Yeah, worst decision I ever made. Don't work this guy. No, it's been quite fun,
Hey,
man. I'm
man.
really enjoying it. And
I'm only trying to get the history out there that they don't teach us in the schools.
yeah, they don't want you to know.
Don't want you to know. So I just want to make sure I'm saying something about it. To my little young homies out there raising their kids out there, want to make sure we give something to give them some direction to look to our black heroes they don't tell us about, and the ones they stole from us and created their own image of.
Oh yeah, man.
Facts.
Saying Cleopatra was white. Whew.
Yeah. Oh, how about what's her name? The little
Betty Boop.
Betty Boop. Black.
Yeah.
So anyway,
we're gonna move on to the next question. And before we get into the deep questions, we want to ask. Someone asked about music. Want to know what are some of the new artists that you're riding to right now? What's bumping in the trunk? And what old school music do you recommend?
all right, for my old school homies out there that don't know, man, this guy, little baby, man, he burning up everywhere and everything he touches on all the little features he's done. He's been saying some real shit. Even on his own album, it's just shit's just fire, man. I highly recommend it. You know, I give the little homie his props. Now I'm a hip hop head, so it ain't just I'm trying to be on the new tip, nigga. I am hip hop, so I've been doing this, listening to this thing since I was 14, 13 years old. So, you know, I know this. So my boy is doing his thizzle for his new school. Old school, I recommend my little homies go check out my little homie. I'm gonna say
Came in real late. I don't.
Yeah.
Terrible.
But I want y'all to go check out my boy Gangstar. That's a DJ Premier and Guru. That first album, Step Into My Arena, just a musical joyride, man. And if you want to go gangster, you know, like y'all always think everybody from Cali just listen to gangster music. Now we mellow out sometimes, but if you want to go there, listen to CM Dub's Something to Drive By. One of the greatest one of the album MCA ever made. You know what I'm saying? But he was with Compton's Most Wanted back then. Tidbit, if y'all didn't know, he was in a group before he came solo. But that CM Dub, Something to drive by.
You gave like some true LA stuff, man. Somebody had to really know.
Hey,
that was a real dime right there. That was a real dime right there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, man. So
who you got?
New artists out, man. Other than Lil Baby, because I do rap with Lil Baby, man. I really, I'm a Jordan Lucas fan, man. I'm big on Jordan Lucas. I like people lyrical content, man. And look, Baby does have it. I'm not trying to knock that, but a lot of new artists don't have lyrical content. So
he's got a storyline.
So I'm a Jordan Lucas, Dave East. That's what I'm riding to. Hey man, Gucci Mane. The new album just came out. wasn't a big fan. Too many features, but I still ride with Gucci Mane. I rock with Gucci.
So you've been with him since day one?
Yep. Oh man, back with So Icy, everything.
Well, I'm gonna be real with you. When day one Gucci, I thought he was slow. You know, as we would say back in school. Yeah, he was
on a lot of drugs back then.
He was in the slow class because he sounded like it, but you know, Gucci had done a completely 360, I would say, from where he came to where he at. I mean, impressive. I gotta give him his props. And his rap skills got better. You know, it was initially just for, you know, the club and, you know, the niggas that sell in the trap and bang, you know, whatever. But he definitely made some leaps and bounds from where he came from. So yeah, Gucci Mane. But he old school now, so
technically,
you gotta go old. You gotta go new school. If you don't know no new school, I tell you
new school. I listen to Da Baby.
Yeah,
but
I ain't new enough.
I wouldn't say Da Baby not new.
42 Dub. Yeah, check him out.
Who that is.
Yeah, exactly. He got the song with Lil Baby, the hottest song that came out about 2-3 months ago.
Yeah, man, I'm far behind on that.
He said, "Before I get broke like Jock." You know, Young Jock was mad about him saying that in the phrase, "Before I go broke like Jock."
Oh, see, I ain't know nothing about that.
Pit dog like Vic. Yeah, there's the videos
I have to go
hot.
check that out.
Yeah, 42 Dub. The album
You put
straight.
me on something. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. I'm
42
plugged.
Dub.
42 Dub, bro. He's from Detroit. Detroit dude. I think Gotti signed him. If I'm correct.
Okay.
Young Gotti got it. Yo Gotti got him.
Uh,
So okay,
interesting.
that's your music you can check out. New school and old school, and there we go.
All right. So, next question. Where do you get your bow ties, and do you tie them yourself? So the answer to that, yes, I tie them myself. In fact, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna untie this one.
Have you showed your co-host how to do it?
No, man, I'm
Hell
showing everybody
no.
how to tie a bow tie today. And
Okay, there you go.
these bow ties, actually, I make them.
Oh,
So
that's crafted by you?
it's crafted by me.
Wow.
These are
Okay, you got a name for those?
Don Soignier.
You got
All
any
right,
initials on it, or
it's on there. Tags on
right.
there. Yeah.
Look at
So
there.
all Don Soignier ties. That's all I wear exclusively.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and we're gonna give you a quick tutorial how to tie. I'm not gonna take too much time. So quickly,
Right.
you want to start off one side a little bit longer than the other.
Mhm.
Mine is I will use my right side. Right.
Okay, right
You're gonna
side
take that longer
longer.
side over, tie it over, and then bring it up through the loop.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can set it to the side because you're gonna need it for a moment. All right. Then you want to make your bow with this side. All right. Once you have your bow here,
Mm-hmm.
you want to take the one that was on your shoulder, bring it back down through the middle, and now you have a quick little butterfly. You want to close those butterfly wings. All right. And if you reach back here, you'll feel a little hole in there. You're gonna take this side of the bow, stick it straight through.
Okay.
All right. And there you have your bow tie.
Hey.
And from this
Take
point,
number like
just
2
straighten it
minutes,
out.
1.5 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. The man's really about his bow ties.
Yeah.
Mr. Andre 3000 and what's his name? The butler. He used to have bow
Benjamin.
tie. Benjamin. That's where you got the idea from?
No, man. Actually, I started wearing bow ties when I worked in the hospitality field for a long time, man. Manager of hotels and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the properties I used to work at was a Marriott property, and they used to do red ties on Thursday. And randomly came in wearing a bow tie. On is my red tie, and you could see a difference in the way people looked at your tie and the way people looked at your outfit.
They treat you
And
differently.
I really enjoyed that. So then I started to do a bow tie every Tuesday working there. And from that point on, it's been it. And I was in the bow ties long before I even started wearing them. I always wanted to wear bow ties. I felt they looked distinguished, but I didn't know how to tie one. And I said to myself, I'll never wear a clip on. But I wouldn't buy one until I knew how to tie it.
Yeah.
So it was gifted to me one Christmas. Said, here, now you can stop talking about it. I learned how to tie it, and that was it.
You learned on your own or YouTube?
Learn YouTube.
Of course. YouTube is your friend. I mean, everything YouTube, bro. I just fixed the toilet. And, I mean, under the toilet, I had to unscrew it and everything. I did that my damn self. YouTube.
Man.
If you ain't got no father figure in your life, YouTube dad.
All right. So another question, this was a little more difficult. What inspires you?
What inspires me? Man, I just love waking up. Appreciate the life I have and I made for myself and want more. I mean, I'm inspired to leave my name not only for making other people look good for my profession as stylist, but also touch people in other avenues, for as this podcast and other business ventures I have in mind. So I'm inspired to get more done before I leave this earth. So that inspires me.
True. Mine is I don't think it's as deep. What inspires me, man, is the one thing that I feel held me back these years, and it's fear. Fear of failure, right? So I don't want to be a failure. I actually want to be remembered. I want to leave something for my kids, and that fear of not doing it makes me get up and do something every day. It makes me want to grind. It makes me want to do something because I have that fear of never being remember, never leave my mark and just being
Yeah, just somebody
something
who just here and left.
right.
That was sad, man.
I wouldn't say it's sad.
Nah, that's some real shit though. Real shit.
The next one. What is a healthy number of times a week you should have sex while in a relationship? It really said with your boyfriend. I'm assuming there's some woman out there who is have an argument with their man, like, you ain't doing it enough.
And stop weaponizing your. You know what? Stop weaponizing that thing, because you are just as eager and wanting to have that relationship as much as we are. We're just more obvious with our anticipation. So stop weaponizing it first off. And then, so if you can do that, I think a healthy number of times per week is 3 times. 3 good solid times. Now, I'm speaking from a man who, who is 40 and above. So if you young guns, y'all probably do 3 times in one day. Hey, salute you, bro. I would try, but she don't have time and she busy. And, when you're grown, you're doing grown up shit. So you
No,
ain't
that
got time
man,
to just.
if you want your back to last for a long time, man, you don't should
That's
be
a lot
doing
of activity.
it that much.
And then it's a lot of shit dries and they start scathing. And
It's only healthy for. I mean, it's
so 3 times.
Yeah.
Let's just say like the weekend. Maybe get 1 or 2 in that week, and then 1 in a week. Hey, I'm happy. What you say?
Enough for your man not to want it from somewhere else.
True.
How about that? But I agree with you, man. I'd probably say 3 times is a good standard number. 7 days in a week, 24 hours a day. That's a lot of time.
To be realistic, if I could do it 5 times in a week, I would appreciate that. It don't just mean like intercourse. It can be some other activities that go on that you put in the sex category. You feel me?
There you go. That's something. You know what? That's something I think. And this is just an idea. I'm thinking women need to understand that every time it ain't always about the sex. Initially, that penetration. You can do other things and be satisfied throughout that
fruit
time.
Cocktail.
It's a lot of things.
Give me the fruit and the tail, and I get the cock. At the end of the week. Fruit cocktail.
I thought you were talking about the grapefruit.
The fruit cocktail. You know fruit cocktail, nigga.
But no. Yeah. If you asking that question, obviously you're not doing it enough. So I need you to stop with holding it. I don't know why you're rationing it out, but
if y'all out there with just some randoms, doing it all week long, that's dangerous. On top of just being irresponsible if you got a lady at the house. So use common sense, man. Just don't be stupid out here. Like a lot of y'all have already been in fucked up predicaments with your cousin and your brother, same people that's got kids, same baby mom. So now y'all do in 2020, man. Stop that dumb shit. This doesn't fare well when the family comes together, and you can't come together because everybody don't like each other.
Anyway. So those are our questions. We gonna because we getting close to the end here. We gonna get some real spill from a G. All right, you got that ventilator moment for us today?
Man, I want to ventilate about personal hygiene, man. We gotta wear a mask. So I know a lot of y'all know y'all breath stink. I'm just gonna keep it 1,000. So if you know your breath is stink, which if you smoke, if you do any activity with Black and Milds, any cigars, cigarettes, it leaves an after effect on your breath, bro. Your clothes, all that shit. Just be aware of that. Go around your old lady with stinking ass breath, or you go around your mom or whatever. I don't know who y'all got respect for, but whoever you got respect for, they notice that shit. And they be like, there come my stanky ass breath nephew. Here he come. So personal hygiene. Chew some gum, get some gum, keep gum on you. If you do anything that inhales smoke, you should have some gum right there.
So
that's my ventilator of the week.
Let me take a quick moment to tell y'all what ties me in a knot. All right. What really ties me to knot is something that don't even happen to me, but I hate that it happens. All right.
What's that?
Too many times I've been witness to men that look like me and you, or they at least look like us and they seem to be men, will walk up to a black woman, say, "Man, you look good," and then ask them, "What do you mixed with?" As if you're saying that the natural woman, the original woman, was not pretty enough, and instead of like, no,
a black sister
you can't just
can't
be
be
black.
pretty, light skinned, and just be black. She has to be mixed with some white or no. That's the thing y'all fail to realize. Melanin comes in all skin tones, from albino with no skin, complexion, to midnight black. So y'all need to realize that, and it's all black, and we're the only race of people because we are the original people that can do that.
Yep.
Just facts are facts. So y'all need to stop getting fascinated by having a foreign and having that. More likely is some black in there sprinkle, and that's why they got the booty and the ass and tits and all that.
Now that, man, black people are everywhere, man. Black people are in China, Indonesia,
Chinese
they're
black,
literally everywhere.
man. We every race basically. It's just, you know what I'm saying, we don't want to. We've been taught to not appreciate that, so they shown all the dark complexion people in the family, and the people who are light skinned, which they perpetuate that stereotype, and they commercialize it and make that the beauty of epitome of beauty, and that's just the opposite. With anything without melanin, how is that the epitome of beauty? It's naked from what makes a beautiful person. I mean, no hate on anybody who's not having melanin, but we've been fed this bullshit about white this and white people that's the best way to look, and y'all been fed into the shit and believe that shit. So, stop being brainwashed and let's wake up while we got the movement going on. Let's not just ask for people to make what they did wrong right. Let's do what we need to do to right what we know is wrong, because we're doing some wrong shit out here too. Like you dumbass motherfuckers out there shooting on the weekend, shooting people look just like you over some bullshit. Then you have talking about Black Lives Matter. That's just some dumb. I mean, we all got dumb motherfuckers in each circle of ethnicity, but we really perpetuate that dumb shit more than anybody else. So we need to stop that shit. And if you one of them motherfuckers, stop it and grow the fuck up, man.
All right,
real spill.
That's our time here. Anybody again you want to get your product seen,
Yes,
want to get
sir.
it talked about, please let us know. Put the
Merch
message
comes,
downstairs.
t-shirts, our faces on it, you know what I'm saying?
Get this pretty face on your shirt.
Hey, man. Yeah.
Also, make sure you
Get
follow
this
us on
so-so face on your shirt.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram, and if you haven't already, please make sure you like and subscribe. And if there's anybody out there with any more questions, feel free to drop them.
Hey, man.
And if you have any topics
You
that
want
you
to
want
come
us to
on,
hit,
let us know.
all right, please do. It's Two Live Dudes signing off.